Yes, welcome back. Let's try again. I'm John, an old YouTuber. Somebody did knocking my doors. That was some small boys, like 8, 11, 12. So I don't like strangers coming knocking on my doors. But I did open today because I could hear the voice that was not so old. So I don't like strange adults and big teenage boys like 16, 17, 18. But that's when you're famous YouTuber, you have strangers starting contact you. But I'm a little bit thirsty. I need something to drink and need to clean my glasses. I have to get my wallet, back up my pockets. I have to clean this up. I have to close my door. Yes, I need a minute to clean up a bit. Yes, I have to put this comic back because I need some autograph. I need something to write on. So let's put it back. I'm writing some autograph on a piece of paper. So like this one, I need something to write on. So, but let's get something to drink. No, I was trying to explain I could build my own tracks like 5 and 7 and a quarter gauge. I could make some simple tracks of some squares, aluminium or steel, but I will show it. I have everything open. Because I was recording a lot of video last night. My name is Danish. So, but let's clean my glasses and get some cooler. Of course, I'm living close to a public primary school, like first grade to 9 and 10 grades. So I have a lot of pupils from this primary school. They're going, when they're after the school, they're going running and knocking my door. Of course, many kids and young teenagers, they're using YouTube a lot and TikTok. They use a lot. Somebody that make video about me on DJI. I don't have a TikTok account. I don't mind TikTok. That's a good place to make small videos. You can add all kind of copyright music on TikTok. You cannot do that on YouTube. So I could make some small funny videos on TikTok where I was dancing and stuff like this, but that's not how that's the kind of video I make. I don't do this. I don't do this video to get so many as many views as possible. So I'm only sleeping like 4.5 hours. There was 3 boys, age 11 or 12, from like 4th grade. So they're still kids, so I don't like to be rude because they are still kids. That's something different. You have some big teenage boy like 16 and 17, 18. But when you have kids age 11, 12, I don't try not to be angry and rude when they're knocking or they're coming shouting in my backyard. But I don't like strangers coming, standing, shouting in my backyard because a lot of people are living around here. And I'm old man just recording video. And I only have like 15,000 subscribers. I don't have 300,000 subscribers. I only have a low number of subscribers. So, but I spent all the power this camcorder. So I will run out of power soon. Then I could continue this one. But this box could be on top of flat fried wagons to like 7.5 gauge or 7.25. I could build my cargo box, and I could build my own tracks with this square aluminium or steel, but I think it needs to be steel. I think steel is harder. Steel is harder than aluminium. That's garbage. So, but I could have few meters of display tracks, or not here, but maybe somewhere else. So I could have some different kind of tracks on my floor, like 7.25 gauge and 5 and 3.5. This is scale G. That's 45 millimeter. So I think you have to the size of the gauge, that's in between the rails, like, yes, that's 45 millimeters. You have to look inside, but I cannot see because I use glasses. I cannot see because I need it closer to my face. But I have some video, Danish video, I need to put public. So I made a lot of video tonight. I was talking about this, but that's in my language, Danish. Yes, let's put it public, and I have to add it to my playlists. Because I got 100 different kind of playlists. And last one, good. Let me reload my YouTube. So every video is public. So let's continue. So, but now it's 3 p.m. I was watching some video from the Steam channel, from the Train Mountain, Trainier director's cut. Look at that, that's really super nice. This is super nice metal craftsmanship, so many details. But this kind of steam locomotives, they cost a lot of money. Probably we are looking at like $30,000 or something, a lot of money. That's just the locomotive, then you need to buy all the wagons. So, but let's try continue. I need to adjust my camcorder a little bit. But I was looking at all this last night and I need something to drink, but now I'm ready. But you can have some strangers knocking on my door again in like 10 minutes. You never know when they're coming. And I don't like strangers coming knocking on my front door. I don't like that. Some have damaged my door in the night and windows. Some young males do that. They're coming in the night and throwing stuff on my windows and damage my door. So this is 3.5 gauge, that's 89 millimeters, and 5 gauge is 12.7 centimeters. 7.25 gauge is 184 millimeters, 18.4 centimeters, and the 7.5, that's only like 6.5 millimeter difference. So 7.25 and 7.5, they're very close. That's the train and mountain railroads, but we got it's night. They are 10 hours behind. That's like 2 a.m. in the night. No, it says 5:39. No, it's 5 a.m. 6 a.m. in the morning. No, it's 4:40. 4:40 in the morning. It's soon 5 a.m. in the morning. That's the steam. And then yes, I was looking this rail cars, but you can buy it second hand, like $1,000, about $1,000. You can buy some flat rail freight cars. I don't know what you call it, cars or wagons, but you can buy some flat cars like this second hand, like $1,000. But that's in United States, like this one. That's like $950. Something like this you can buy. That's for 7.5 gauges. I was looking at all this in my language, Danish. I was looking at all this. No, that's some tracks that I was thinking about to build my own tracks, because that's I was looking this MRW. They have some like this 7.25 inch gauge portable tracks. They're making some tracks. If I can open. So they're just using square steels and some flat like wood, so I could copy that and try and make my own tracks. But I not really have money for everything. They connect the tracks like here, and I was talking about that in my language Danish. But I could do it something like that. They connect it here. It could be a piece of wood or metal. Now I'm going to sneeze. Sorry, I'm sneezing. They're connecting the tracks like this, and then they join the tracks. They lock the tracks here, but some kind of lock it. They lock it by this metal. So I just try and kind of copy, but to make the curves, the radius, I think that's much harder. No, that's just some simple square. I think they use metal. They use metal, square metals. That's a smaller piece of metal. And that's actually plastic. So, but how you do the curve, I have to find out how I could do some straight. That's more easy just to make straights. Because you make to curve, you have to bend it. You have to bend it different kind of radius. So you just build it like this. I did not think about that. You could just use some square aluminium or steel. But I think it needs to be steel. Steel is much harder. You got some buffers. That's maybe something you could buy. Something you could buy in a mail. That's a buffer you connect the same way like this. That's a buffer, you just lock it like that. So then you can do it in your garden. You can, if you have a big garden, you can just put it on top of the grass like a big model railroad. If you have a garden a little bit flat ground, you just put the tracks like this one, like it was a garden railroad. That's a buffer. You have it, I did buy this one. So actually I could sell it properly. Somebody would like to buy it if I could make some in a good quality. So I have to look at that, but I think it needs to be steel. Steel, it's much harder because this 7¼ inch trains and frike, they can really take a lot of many hundreds of kilo weight. If you have like 10 people are sitting, so they need to carry like more than 1,000 kilos, of pressure on the tracks. So I don't know if square aluminium will be good for 1,000 kilos of pressure. Maybe steel. Steel is harder and steel is cheaper, I think. They do that. That's exactly the same. Raw metal, hollow box steel, 22 millimeters. That's something you can buy in my country, Denmark. So I have to find out how long. I think I could do it 150, 60 centimeters. The tracks. Let's find some straight tracks there. They built it. That's length 104. Let's do it exactly the same. 149 centimeters.